Right, I wanted to make a documentation of my piercings. I'm going to explain the piercings that I have at the moment, then I'm going to go back in time and explain all the ones that I had in the past that I lost for whatever reason. I'll try to explain that too. My left ear, I have my conch and my rook piercing there. Also, I'll explain what happened. It wasn't a dog mauling or anything like that, it was a piercing incident. Okay, my right ear, I have my scaffold, I have my conch, I have my two stretch lobe piercings. Also had my eyebrow done, which was one of my first piercings. We have the two nostril ones and the two septum ones. Two different bits of jewellery in the septum to show that they're not actually straight. If you get your septum done, what I was told is it's extremely difficult to try and get them straight, let alone symmetrical. So mine obviously came out not straight. Not that you can tell that, obviously, I hope. I'm hoping you can't tell. Please don't tell me. Next I have the angel bites, done a couple of hours ago. That's why the duck face. Hoping the swelling goes down soon because it's getting really annoying. The Medusa in the middle there. This nostril piercing was my first ever piercing. I was quite old when I started getting piercings. I only started 10 years ago. I'm not going to give away my age just yet. My cheek piercings, which some people comment are quite far back. They do look far back, especially when I compare them to other videos that I've watched. Which again is very strange because I've got a very small mouth. I can't open it very wide and I can't stick my tongue out, which led to problems with the tongue piercing that I had. But I'll explain that in a minute. Rewind. I have 7 along the bottom here. I just wanted to try and get it as symmetrical as I could, and it looks like I failed. Basically, me and my friend got bored and we decided to pierce each other, and this is the result. Tried to make the rings go larger towards the middle, with the centre one being a segment ring, which are a bitch to get in and out, but I don't plan on taking it out anytime soon. I'd prefer to have all segment rings because the balls make it look a bit much. Yes, I realise the irony of me saying it looks a bit much looking as I do. Comment below, see if I read it and really care. But segment rings, the smaller they are, the harder they are to get in. There's only 2 more piercings that I have that I'm not going to show you. One is my belly button. I don't think anyone really wants to see that. The last of my piercings is the epidravis. Google it because I'm not going to show you any images of it. Mine originally started off as an epidravis. I had to take out the epidravis and it closed up then. I could only get the PA, so Google image that and try and figure out the difference. There you go. I've had a lot of different piercings. First one I would show you the scars from, but it's been covered up by tattoos now. My surface arm piercings that I had, must have had about 4 or 5 of them, I think. I was working at Tesco at the time. I don't know if anyone has worked at Tesco, big supermarket here by the way if you're watching overseas. If you go into the back, the doors slam quite hard, and I always used to get that slam on my arm. Also, surface piercings on your arm do tend to get caught a lot. You do manage to hit them a lot, obviously, because they're there. If anything's sore, you're going to hit it more. They grow up very quickly as well, because they're just surface piercings. I had lots more piercings in my ears. I can't remember how many exactly, but quite a few. In this ear, I had a conch to tragus piercing. As you can probably see the scar there, it grew out because that's the most ridiculous piercing if you wear in-ear headphones, which I always did and always do now because it just pushes the bar out, as you can tell. I'll explain my bum lobe. It's horrible. Gotten so used to it now I tend not to remember that I have it. Basically, I got my lobes pierced, or pierced my lobes, and did it too low, not knowing that I would ever or could ever stretch them. Decided to stretch it anyway, and that was the result. I did have a bar going through that way, but because the skin, there's not enough skin there to hold it, it just grew out again. Not very recommended. In this ear I had what the piercer called a staple. This bit of jewellery went, you can still see the hole. That's the top of it there, and the bottom of it went somewhere, I think that, yeah, there. It took him ages to get the holes in the right place and at the right angle. That day I lost a lot of blood. If you ever get a piercer come up to you and ask if you wouldn't mind them doing something new to you, just make sure you know who you're talking to and find out they know what they're talking about, because That was not a pleasant experience. I was very lightheaded by the time I'd left that place. The most painful piercing was probably my nipple, far more than downstairs. That didn't hurt at all. That was one of the least painful piercings I've ever had. The nipple was definitely the worst. I would never have that done again. God. Apparently it's worse than men, but maybe women just have a high pain tolerance. Plus, I don't know how you could actually find out that it is more painful for men and they're just pussies. I had my bridge piercing. As you can see, the scars there. Looks completely wonky, but I assure you when I had it done it looked fairly straight. Also, I had eyebrows in the middle down like that, quite long bars. I kind of liked that look, but I could not get away with it now. Had my anti-eyebrow, those two scars there, which is just another surface piercing. Obviously being surface piercing, it would just grow out. Can't remember if I had it done that side, probably not. It was a bit of a stickler for being symmetrical. Everything seems to be weighing down this side. Maybe that's why I like turning left a lot. The last piercing I haven't mentioned yet is my tongue. I had it done, that was again one of my first piercings that I got done, which was a lot of fun because I can't stick my tongue out, I'm tongue tied. Yet the piercer managed to do it anyway. Yanked my tongue out as far as it would go, stuck the needle in and managed to do it. I was on solids again within 2 days. Of course it differs for everyone. I've heard of people not being able to eat properly for a week or two. I managed to stretch that up to 6mm before it started damaging my bottom teeth. Full on 6mm bars are massive, so it wasn't really a sensible idea to stretch it up that high and have a metal ball on the bottom of it. If you do that, I assume that most people would use acrylic balls. Yeah, I had to take that out. I'm a bit disappointed because I used to be able to fit a straw through it. But I want to get my tongue split, and it's easier if you have a tongue piercing because then they can cut it to the piercing and it will close up less. I've had a couple of dermal piercings. They don't last very long. Well, sometimes they do. I had one around here somewhere, I think, because I scalped that out when it started growing out. Yeah, that's all the piercings I have ever had, I think. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm glad that I managed to document all my piercings because I've never done this before. I really wanted to make sure I remembered how many I've had by this point of my life and remember what I look like just in case I have to take them all out, or I do end up taking them all out. I can't see that happening anytime soon, but we'll see. Thanks. See ya.